It's Music with Mason here. Final interview of the night at the CSPS Hall. We have the headliners here. We've got Big Teo, and we've got Nick with 2Ks.
Big Teo.
Big Teo, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, y'all.
Once they get to showing different signs, I had to turn my back. No, I'm never going back. No, I'm never going back. Learn my true potential and my value, never lower that. Don't send texts out first, just wait a bit, you start to notice that all of the people around you are fake. Start to work on you, don't lose that grind, it's never late. Sit back, watch us rise up to the top if that's your fate. Love to watch these artists get it started and create.
Yeah, walking through the valley of death, and I've been spinning off this perk. I know my mama been stressed, but I be clutching on my pike cause they be chasing them checks. Heard there's a milli on my head, I hope he slide with a vest. 1, 2, 3, 4, bodies on the floor. Pick them up, I hope we know. Pussy, this the devil flow. Reaper telling me it's time, but I never let her go. I was stuck inside my head till that day my casket closed. Now we show out, do shows, hit roads, take souls. Look into my eyes, you see some pain that I won't show. Oh no, peel back, that boy is bound to blow. There's 2Ks in this bitch, but I'd rather clutch the chrome.
How are y'all doing? You just got done with your set?
Good and sweaty.
This was the first time that you guys performed your newest album.
Yeah.
How was it?
Debut of the album, I'd say it went pretty well. You know, the crowd was turning up. It was a very, very good time. I'd say we were very well prepared. Me and Teo rehearsed a lot and practiced a lot for this performance. So we just came out here and showed our heart. Everything we put into the album, we tried putting in this performance today. So
it felt great, man, especially having everyone here for it. I mean, we worked really hard on this album. It's been an album that we thought of a year ago, and we finally just bunkered down for 2 months and got it all done. So it's a blessing to be out here. It's a blessing to have everyone that perform with us on this stage. And, you know, it's just a blessing to be able to do things like this.
I agree. And you both are from Cedar Rapids.
Yep, born and raised here.
Born and raised. And you both recently just dropped it all streaming platforms right now. And you guys are both 319's finest.
Yep, so we're both part of 319's finest, along with D-Russ 2 times and Buukilo are the other two artists. I'm Nick with 2Ks myself, and then that's Big Teo.
Big Teo The Trap Man.
Yeah. And Big Teo, you're also part of the, hold on. It was the Trap Garage Mafia.
Yes, sir. One half of Trap Garage Mafia. My boy's actually here right now. He's out in the audience turning up. You know, we were doing music before the 319 stuff, and, you know, we just grew up on that shit, you know? Like, we grew up just doing bad shit, you know what I mean? But, so, it's just a blessing to be able to do this shit with my friends and people that I consider family, you know?
And honestly, for me, too, I was kind of the same way. I grew up with a little bit rough of a lifestyle, but I would say I've definitely made my way getting out of that, getting into good business, especially with these guys. We've done a lot as 319's Finest. We've been doing this for about a little over a year together, all of us. I've been making music myself for about 2.5 years, but we've all been 319's Finest about a year and a half, and we've thrown a lot of shows, a lot of different venues, done a lot of shows, to be honest, and it's just a blessing to be able to get the music community together, get our people together, and have other people meet each other, socialize, just grow the community as a whole. I mean, there's not a lot of people who want to grow the community as much as we do, and I'm glad that we've been able to push that for real.
Yeah, it's definitely a special one tonight, for sure. This is definitely special to us. This is gonna be one that I will never forget.
Oh, yeah. I'll never forget this one.
I just wanted to start off. Something that's crazy about the 319's Finest group is that you made one song and already got nominated at the IMA Awards.
Yeah, so actually we made one song, and I'm not even on the song,
No, bro.
to be honest.
Nick's not even on this song. Hey, who got left off?
Yeah.
Who got left off?
Bad Bougie. Who got left off Bad Bougie? Nah. But I wasn't there for the song being made, to be honest. I had an ex hold me back. Fuck her. But anyways, yeah, so we got plenty more 319's music in the works, to be honest. And we're going to be making a lot more shit. We got a lot coming for y'all. We got an album that's in the works. Me and Teo, like we said, we dropped our album on November 22nd. Today's the 30th. It's done pretty good. I mean, our album's doing pretty good streaming numbers, getting playlists very well. And we got a deluxe coming for y'all since y'all been showing so much love on the album.
You got to respect that. And I also want to point out that, just to start off with a question for Teo, what is Serial Hustlers?
Oh, it's a Serial Hustling. That's actually my boy D-Russ 2 times clothing brand.
Yes,
so,
sir.
you know, I remember that I went over there and he was showing me how he make them. You know what, gang? Let me get 3 of them. So I just been repping my boy's brand, you know. Everywhere I go, make sure my boy eat, for sure.
Yeah. And honestly, the reason D-Russ started Serial Hustling is just because he's been a born hustler ever since he was young. I mean, I've watched him flip shirts, clothes, shoes, many other things. But He's just a born hustler, so that's where the name pretty much comes from, Serial Hustling. But yeah, we all rep it. You know, that's our boy, so we're going to put on for him. He's part of 319's Finest. We have our own merch, too, that we rep. That's kind of his own thing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something else that you rep, 2K, is that Dupree.
Is what?
Dupree, the clothing brand that you went on the runway with.
Oh, you're talking about Spike's clothing brand. Yeah. That's Everything Cliche is what the brand's called. But shout out my boy Spike, actually. He's got me a couple spots in fashion shows, and I've been able to walk for him, which was definitely very, very nice. I think the last time I walked for him was at the Spring Fling over at the Olympic Theater. Yeah. And, yeah, it was pretty dope. I got to perform in the clothes, too, which was really nice. And shout out to Outsiders, too. Outsiders is another brand I really fuck with. Me and Teo both have actually modeled for Outsiders. That's from Juan Gomez.
Shout out Juan.
Yeah, shout out Juan for real. Juan is definitely one of our close homies. I mean, he's done a lot for us, too, and gave us a lot of opportunities. And he's a very dope and genuine dude, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it all start at Jefferson High School?
So, for me, honestly, I didn't make music back when I went to Jefferson. So, I went to Jefferson until about 10th grade first semester, and then I technically dropped down, did online school, and I finished early in my 10th grade year. Oh, man, they do work. We're over here setting off smoke machines while we're down here. But, yeah, no, I was bowling in high school. I didn't really do anything with music. And one of the artists who performed Buddha 2 times, I was in 6th grade, and I watched him perform when he would have been in 8th grade. He performed at our middle school. And that definitely inspired me. I never really got to touch music until I met somebody who could actually record me and stuff. Went over there, freestyled, and pretty much just made music from there. Bought my own stuff probably a week later. Just grinded, and that's what it's been since. I make most of my music out of my house. Same with him. We both are pretty much self-made in music.
Right.
We go to the sound box sometimes to get our stuff mixed and mastered there, too, and do some work there. But other than that, me and T are just our own engineers and stuff, so.
Right. And Teo, I wanted to mention, did it start with you at George Washington High School?
Oh, man, you already know it did. You know, I went to Wash for them 4 years. Wash is known as, like, that school. You know what I mean? You know, it's known as that school. So, you know, I remember being, like, freshman listening to fucking George Saba freestyle, and we would just have freestyle battles. And, yeah, it really did. I mean, then there's a lot of rappers that came from Wash, too. Yeah. Like, a lot of rappers went to Wash, so it's kind of crazy. Like, I was definitely one of the earlier ones for sure. So it's just kind of wild to see, like, all the people I knew going to school with are now rapping and being on the same shows that I'm on. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. And something else that you mentioned a lot is being a Steelers fan. Can you name your top 3 favorite Steelers?
So, off the bat, Hines Ward. That's my fucking guy. Shout out Hines Ward. But my number one is Troy Polamalu. Boy, I remember being like 10. I had a Troy Polamalu fat head on my wall, bro. Like, Troy Polamalu is that guy. And, of course, I'm going to have to put Ben Roethlisberger on there. That was the quarterback I grew up watching.
Ben's a goat.
He didn't do nothing. The allegations are fake. Shout out Ben Roethlisberger.
What were the allegations?
I don't think the fans want to know what those allegations were.
Look it up.
Yeah, look it
They
up.
weren't true. That's all.
It wasn't true, so don't listen to him. I love you, Big Ben.
How many performers were at your birthday bash?
Man, like fucking 10.
Yeah, we had a lot of performers. I couldn't even name them off the top of my head, to be honest.
Most of them were here, weren't they?
Yeah, we had a good amount of them here. There were some that weren't. I know Mango was one of them that wasn't. He showed out on my birthday bash. Not Casey. He's somebody I dropped a project with called Spare Some Time. If you haven't heard it, you can go listen to it on my platforms. He's a very dope dude. I made that project with him when he was 17. And he's very talented. He's self-engineered, self-produced, everything. So, I mean, he's very, very talented. He mixed and mastered the whole project. But he's definitely somebody, too, that I really like having around and having at shows. He couldn't make it to this one, unfortunately, but Not Casey's definitely something I want to look into. I can't answer that right now. But, yeah.
Yeah. What was Kickin' Flint?
Kickin' Flint was an OG project of mine. I'm not gonna lie, it's not on streaming platforms anymore because I don't think the mixing quality matches up with my newer music. But Kickin' Flint is actually where I started music. That was the first album I ever dropped, and it's a little bit more like Detroit themed. It's got that kind of theme to it, which, to be honest, isn't really my style. I think I've developed and found my style a lot more and gotten comfortable with it. And to be honest, my style is nothing. I don't got a style. I make a lot of different music, so finding one niche for a project just doesn't work for me.
Right. Something else that is unique about you, though, is that you sampled Steven Universe on Golden Joint.
Man, hey, shout out to ones who know that. If you know that, you're a GOAT. Steven Universe is one of the cartoons I grew up on, one of my favorite cartoons, and I think it's one of the only cartoons on Cartoon Network aside from like Adventureland or Adventure Time that actually teaches you stuff. I think I learned a lot from that show, whether it was life lessons or things that I learned about emotions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That show was very deep for me as a kid and definitely a show I liked. So when I heard that beat originally and I heard the sample, a lot of people had no clue where the sample was, and I had to give a lot of people a lesson on that. Shout out to the end credits of Steven Universe, for real.
Right. And for Teo, what was the top tier showcase?
Man, the top tier showcase, that was... I've done a lot of those, so I guess we can talk about... the first time I did a top tier showcase is actually the night I met our member from 319's Finest, Buukilo, and that's really what started like all of 319's Finest, because then Kilo would meet Russ. So, and then...
Russ introduced me to y'all, to be honest.
Russ introduced Nick to us, so me meeting Kilo that night already put that 319 in play.
And where things really started for all of us, to be honest, was shout out El Rey's. If you know what, or not El Rey's, Eden's Lounge. If you know what Eden's Lounge is, it's not open anymore. It was in Iowa City. I think it's now Players or something like that. But that's where we threw our first show ever, me and D-Russ. It was a debut for our 2K2X collab project. Yeah, we sold out Eden. I met Buukilo and I met Teo that night. Teo performed my favorite song of his, which is Danger. But anyways.
Yeah.
That was a great night. I met those guys, love those guys. I think Kilo is very separate from all of us, and I think it definitely inspires me to tap into my alternative side a little bit. And Teo honestly separated himself because I seen a lot of myself in Teo because he's very diverse, can practically do anything on any song. So.
Yeah. What can you tell us about Shasta?
Oh man, shout out to Shasta, boy. You know when you fucked up, you got $1 to your name. That ice cold Shasta finna get you right, my boy, bro.
Oh, dang.
And something else that you I don't know if you still rock it or not, but the yellow ski mask.
Man, okay.
That's sitting at the soundbox right now,
That's
too.
That is sitting at the soundbox. So before we were Trap Garage Mafia, me and Shade, we were top shotters. So we were doing a show at Wildwood. We were opening up for like Big Buzz, I think.
Big Poe,
yeah. So we opened up for Big Poe, and we wanted to do something crazy. So we went and got the custom ski mask. He got a black one with yellow print. I got a yellow one with black print. And we just wanted to like set ourselves aside from everybody else.
Shout out Jay Lim.
Oh yeah, no! Shout out Jay Lim. Jay Lim's actually the executive engineer behind the whole project. He did mixing and mastering on Feed the Souls. He will be doing the mix and mastering on Feed the Souls Deluxe too. We've been working with Lim for a while, and Lim's a very good engineer. He's very, very great at what he does. So. And
Lim is also, for those who don't know, we are signed under Lazy Otter Management.
Yes,
Lim
sir.
is the head of Lazy Otter, so being our engineer, and he's also our manager.
Yeah.
Where did you film Ghosts and Spirits?
Ooh, Ghosts and Spirits is actually filmed at Scream Acres. So I want to give a shout out to a rapper, Jay Hans. If you don't know who he is, you might be able to look him up and find him. He's my ex's dad, actually, funny enough. And he's the one who built Scream Acres, and he's the one who manages it as well. He DJs on the events too when they do those nights there. Very dope dude. I ended up hitting him up, and I was like, yo, I've got this video idea. I'd love to do it. And since he used to do music, he was very, very down for it immediately. I mean, he feels as if he can like live that through me a little bit, which is very nice. I mean, he helped us with costume design. He helped us with the smoke machine that was out there. Helped us with pretty much prop placement and stuff like that, which was very dope. I'm glad he let us use that space because don't know if y'all knew this or not. You're not allowed to film in Scream Acres. They'll actually kick you out for filming. So shout out him for real. Shout out him for letting us use that space and letting us film there. It was very, very dope. I didn't think we were going to be able to. And shout out to Focus Media and the Savage Productions as well. The Savage Productions was the one who did VFX on the whole video, and Focus Media was the one who shot it. That's our videographer and photographer. So shout out to them for real. We're in an interview.
Speaking of fucking Focus Media, he just walked in.
Yeah, yep, that was him right there.
So Big Teo, I had another question for you. Big Teo, I'm very sorry.
Bro, you're good.
But were you on the news? Titled as a Warriors fan?
I was, so I remember it was the one year we made the state championship, man, and we were playing Dowling. Fuck Dowling. I just want you to say that. My dad went to Dowling. It's a little rivalry. But we just went, and the news came and interviewed me, and me being little, I was like, I hope the Warriors win, and they just decided that was the greatest thing they ever saw, and they put it on the news, you know?
You're right. And, of course, what do you remember about the Eden Lounge Boiler Room rap sessions?
Oh, my.
Shout out that boy,
my.
Eric. Eric, I know you're in there. I know you're in there. And Eric, I know you don't get that, but every time we walk past Eden, we knock on that door. We're Eric. I know you're in there.
Every time, man. We miss that place so much.
Bro, shout out Eric. He was the one that ran it all. I mean, those are the first ever shows that we really got to be able to perform and do our full sets and all that.
Yeah, that really was the first time that we ever got to. That was the first place that we got to host our own show at. And like I said, the first show that we did, we sold out. So that was very dope to do.
Yeah. And I also wanted to mention, you were one of After Hours Photography's very first subjects.
Yep, shout out After Hours Photography. That's actually my girlfriend, Kat Wynn. She does photography off and on. So, shout out to her. I've always tried to support her dreams as she supported mine. And, it was an honor to be one of her first people to take pictures for. Yeah.
And we're down to our couple of final questions here. First one being, what is the future for both of you as separate artists, as 319's finest? What are you going to be doing in the future? We're going to be seeing more songs, more albums, more concerts. What are we seeing?
So we definitely got a lot of future shows in the plan. We're working with a lot of venues, trying to reach different cities and stuff like that. We've got some shows that we've got planned upcoming too, which we'll get to you guys on that once they're confirmed. For me personally, I'm working on 2 different projects. I've got a little bit of a newer gen project that I'm working on, and then my upcoming album called The Greatest Sorcerer. That's going to be coming out probably around my birthday in April. But, I just got to put the final touches on it. Once it's ready type of thing. Other than that, we're pretty much focused on shows. I'm going to try to be moving out of the state soon to be pushing my music a little bit further. And other than that, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. I'm also trying to start my career as an audio engineer as well. So me and Teo both are doing that. We've been learning a lot on the sides, teaching each other a lot of things, learning a lot of things from Lim, and just kind of taking our own time to learn that stuff. So,
got the TGM tape 2. It's finally done. We're looking at mid-December for that. So if you want to pop in mid-December, it's Trap Garage Mafia on all streaming. I'm in the beginning stages of mixing like a little solo mixtape that I'll be mixing all of my stuff from.
Yeah, it sounds really good so far.
And honestly, just, this is just the start, honestly. I mean, the year of 319's going to be upon you. Whether you like it or not, we're coming to your city. We're coming to your town. We're coming to your state.
Project's coming too. Don't forget it. We're going to be dropping a lot of 319 music next year. We're putting the gear on that one, so.
And we're going to turn your city, your town, your state, your Providence, your country. We're going to turn it all the way the fuck up. So you better be ready for us.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much. One final question before we send you on your way is, what would you tell the young and aspiring musicians who want to be in your shoes right now and performing what they created?
I would honestly say put a lot of practice into your craft. Really focus on your performance. Focus on your mental health. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. That includes drinking water. That includes just thinking about your own thoughts, giving yourself time to just live and breathe. If you have a creative mind and you're thinking about doing something creative, do it. Even if it sucks, do it. Keep doing it. Don't stop doing it, and just keep pushing. Another thing I'll tell you is motivate the others around you. That's the biggest thing I can tell you.
Man, don't listen to what anybody got to say. I've had people in my ear since I started this stuff telling me I'm not good enough. I won't make it. My music's terrible, but you see the crowd out there. Yeah. But also, that's not just because of us. We also got a bunch of amazing other artists that are also doing the same thing as us. But I would say, do you. Don't let anybody ruin your creativity, bro, because creativity is life. And the day you start feeling content is the day creativity dies.
That's true. Never get too comfortable. Always break outside of that box. And another thing I'll tell y'all is just keep creating, always.
Well, thank you. Big Teo, The Trap Man, and of course, Nick with 2Ks.
Yes, sir.
And we will see you guys in the next interview.
We'll see you.